The day the aliens came to Earth started like any other day. The sun rose, people went to work. Dogs barked at mail carriers. Then the sky changed. 7 ships, each shaped like smooth river stones, appeared above major cities. They hovered without a sound. No weapons fired. No demands were made. They simply waited. After 3 days, the ship sent a message in perfect English and 6 other Earth languages. "We come in peace. We are the Zintari. We wish to talk." World leaders gathered in New York to meet the aliens. Security was tight. Everyone was nervous. What did these visitors want? Jack Miller watched it all on TV from his small house at the edge of town. As a wildlife biologist who spent his days studying how animals think and behave, he never imagined aliens would interest him. He scratched behind the ears of his German Shepherd Ranger and switched channels to find better coverage. "Look at that boy," Jack said to Ranger. "Real aliens. Wonder what kind of pets they have." The Zintari looked almost human, except for their blue-tinted skin and large oval eyes that blinked sideways. They stood tall and thin, with 4 long fingers on each hand. They wore simple gray clothes that seemed to flow like water when they... Ambassador Krell led the Zintari delegation. He spoke in a voice that sounded like 2 people talking at once. "We have watched your world for many years. You are the first species we have found who might join the Galactic Confederation. We wish to learn about you." For weeks, the news showed nothing but the Zintari. They visited farms, factories, schools, and museums. They seemed most interested in human technology and art. They shared some of their own knowledge, mostly about space travel and medicine. Then one day, Jack's phone rang. "Dr. Miller, this is General Porter from the International Contact Team. We need your expertise." Jack almost dropped his coffee. "My expertise? I study animal behavior. What does that have to do with aliens?" "The Zintari have questions about something only you can explain. How fast can you get to Washington?" 24 hours later, Jack sat in a conference room across from Ambassador Krell and 3 other Zintari. 2 government officials sat beside Jack looking nervous. "Dr. Miller," said Ambassador Krell, "we are confused by something we have observed. Your people live with dangerous animals in your homes. You touch them, you feed them, you speak to them with affection. Why do you do this?" Jack blinked. "You mean pets?" "Yes, these creatures you call pets. On our world, we have few animals. None live close to people. The concept of bringing wild creatures into your living spaces seems..." Krell paused, searching for the right word. "Unnatural." Jack smiled. "Humans have lived with animals for thousands of years. Dogs were wolves once, but over many generations they became our companions. Cats, horses, birds. We've formed relationships with many species." The Zintari looked at each other with sideways glances. One of them whispered something that sounded like water bubbling. "We find this difficult to understand," said Krell. "Would you show us?" That's how Jack ended up inviting 4 aliens to his home the next day. He spent all night cleaning. Ranger sensed something important was happening and followed Jack around, the house tail wagging. "Be on your best behavior tomorrow, buddy," Jack told him. "You're representing all Earth dogs." When the Zintari arrived in a small, silent ship that landed in Jack's yard, Ranger barked once, then sat at attention. Jack opened the door and welcomed the aliens inside. "This is my home," he said. "And this is Ranger, my dog." Ambassador Krell stared at Ranger with those large, sideways blinking eyes. "This animal has sharp teeth. It could hurt you." "He would never hurt me," Jack said. "He's my friend." "Would you like to meet him?" The alien stayed back, clearly nervous. Jack showed them how to hold out a hand for Ranger to sniff. After several minutes, one brave Zintari reached out a 4-fingered hand. Ranger gently licked it. The alien made a sound like bells tinkling, which Jack realized was laughter. "It is not threatening," the alien said with surprise. "He," Jack corrected gently. "Ranger is a he, not an it." The visit got even more interesting when Jack showed them his other animal companion. In a special room at the back of his house, he kept a red-tailed hawk named Sky. He had found her with a broken wing 2 years ago and nursed her back to health. She could never return to the wild. so she lived with Jack now. When the Zintari saw Jack put on a leather glove and have the hawk fly to his arm, they backed away quickly. "This creature has sharp talons and a hooked beak," Krell said. "It is a predator." "Yes," Jack agreed. "In the wild, hawks hunt small animals. But Sky knows me. I feed her. We trust each other." "Trust? With a predator?" A different Zintari spoke. "Now, this seems impossible." Jack spent hours showing the aliens how he cared for his animals. He explained training, feeding, and the bonds that form between species. The Zintari watched everything with intense interest, taking notes and recording videos. As they prepared to leave, Ambassador Krell said something Jack would never forget. "On our world, different species avoid each other. When we discovered space, travel, and met other intelligent life, we maintain distance, we trade, we talk, but we do not connect. Humans seem to reach out to everything around them. You try to understand creatures very different from yourselves. This is unusual in our experience." That night, Jack received another call from General Porter. "Whatever you did, they're fascinated. They've requested that you join the diplomatic team as a cultural expert. They specifically want to understand more about how humans relate to other species." Jack looked at Ranger sleeping peacefully at his feet, and at Sky dozing on her perch. "Tell them I'll do it," he said. The next morning, Ambassador Krell's report went out to the Zintari homeworld. Humans have a strange ability. They form emotional bonds with species that could harm them. They turn predators into companions. This trait requires further study. It may be their most remarkable feature. No one on Earth knew it then, but Jack's simple explanation about pets had changed how the galaxy viewed humanity forever. 6 months passed since the Zintari first came to Earth. In that time, humans learned they were not alone in the universe. The Galactic Confederation had 17 different alien species. Earth would become the 18th member. Jack Miller now worked full-time with the aliens. He taught them about how humans related to animals. The Zintari spread this information to other alien species. Many found it hard to believe. "Humans let furry predators sleep in their beds," one alien report said. "They talk to birds and fish. They touch reptiles without fear." The day Earth officially joined the Confederation arrived with much excitement. Leaders from all 17 alien species came to the ceremony in a new building built just for this purpose. The Dome of Unity, they called it, though most people just called it the Alien Building. Jack stood to the side, watching as the human president signed the treaty. Ambassador Krell and leaders from the other species signed too. Everyone clapped. Earth was now part of something bigger. After the ceremony, each alien group gave Earth a gift. The Zintari gave advanced medical knowledge. The bird-like Avari offered star maps. The gifts were impressive and showed goodwill. Then came the turn of the Morgothi. They looked like tall, thin humans with gray skin and no hair. Their eyes were completely black. They smiled too much in a way that made people nervous. The Morgothi leader, Prime Director Zool, stepped forward with a large container. It hummed with strange energy. 2 Morgothi guards stood beside it, looking tense. "People of Earth," said Prime Director Zool with that too wide smile, "we bring you a special gift, a rare creature from the outer systems. We call it a Krivax." The container sides became clear. Inside was a creature unlike anything Jack had ever seen. It was the size of a tiger but had 6 legs. Its skin shifted colors like an octopus. Sharp spines ran down its back. Its head had 4 eyes and a mouth full of teeth that moved in circles like a drill. The creature smashed against the container walls. Everyone stepped back. The container held, but just barely. "The Krivax is one of the most dangerous predators in known space," Zool said. "No species has ever tamed one. Perhaps humans, with their special talents, might succeed where others have failed." Jack understood immediately. This was not a gift. It was a test, or maybe a trap. Ambassador Krell stepped forward. "This is an unusual gift, Prime Director." "Is it too challenging?" Zool asked, still smiling. "We can take it back if humans are not ready for such a task." Jack saw the game now. The Morgothi wanted Earth to look weak in front of the Confederation. If they refused the gift, humans would seem fearful. If they accepted and failed to tame the creature, They would look foolish. The human president looked worried but said, "We accept your generous gift." After the ceremony, panic set in. Government officials argued about what to do with the Kryvax. Some wanted to kill it. Others thought they should keep it locked up forever. Jack called an old friend, Samantha Hayes. Sam was an animal trainer who worked with the most dangerous animals on Earth. Lions, tigers, bears, and even crocodiles. If anyone could understand this alien creature, it would be Sam. "You want me to what?" Sam asked when Jack explained over the phone. "We need someone who understands dangerous animals," Jack said. "The aliens are watching to see if we can do this. It's important for Earth." Sam was quiet for a moment. "Send me everything you have on this Kryvax thing. I'll fly out tomorrow." 2 days later, Sam stood beside Jack, looking at the creature in its container. The Kryvax had been moved to a special facility in the desert, far from any city. "It's beautiful," Sam said, which was not what Jack expected her to say. The Kryvax paced in its enclosure, all 6 legs moving in perfect rhythm. Its skin rippled with colors, blue, green, red, then black. "Beautiful and deadly," Jack said. "The Morgathi say no one has ever tamed one." Sam smiled. "No human has ever tried." The next few weeks were tense. Sam spent hours just watching the Kryvax. She set up cameras to record it day and night. She studied how it moved, how it ate, how it slept. "Every animal communicates," she explained to Jack. "We just need to learn its language." Representatives from different alien species came to watch. They were curious about what the humans would do. The Morgathi came most often, always with those wide smiles that never reached their eyes. 1 month into the project, Sam did something that made everyone nervous. She asked to have part of the container wall removed and replaced with a strong but thin barrier. She wanted to be closer to the Kryvax. "This is dangerous," Ambassador Krell warned. "I need to see it better," Sam insisted, "and it needs to see me." The change was made. Now only a clear wall separated Sam from the alien predator. The Kryvax noticed immediately. It charged at the wall. Sam didn't move, even when those drill-like teeth scraped against the barrier. Day after day, Sam sat by the wall. Sometimes she talked to the creature in a low, calm voice. Sometimes she just watched. The Kryvax would pace, charge the wall, then pace again. On the 10th day, something changed. The Kryvax approached the wall where Sam sat. Instead of charging, it placed one clawed foot against the surface. Its skin turned a deep blue color. "It's curious," Sam whispered to Jack. "See how the spines on its back are flat now? It's not angry, it's thinking." The aliens were amazed. "The creature seems calmer," Ambassador Krell noted. "How is this possible?" Sam worked for hours each day with the Kryvax. She noticed patterns in its color changes. Blue meant curious, red meant angry, green might mean hungry. She asked for a feeding system where she could control when food entered the enclosure. The aliens watched as she began to teach the Kryvax that certain colors or movements from her meant food was coming. 2 months after the gift ceremony, Sam made an announcement. "I'm ready to try something new," she told Jack and the alien observers. "I want to communicate with it using sound and vibrations." The Morgathi representatives looked at each other. For once, they weren't smiling. "What do you mean?" one asked. "The Kryvax doesn't have ears like we do, but it reacts to vibrations. I've built a device that can create patterns of vibrations. I think it might respond." The next day, Sam used her device for the first time. It sent low vibrations through the floor of the enclosure. The Kryvax froze, then its skin turned deep blue. It moved toward the source of the vibrations. Sam smiled. "Now we're talking." Prime Director Zool watched from the back of the room, his face no longer showing that false smile. For the first time, he looked worried. The Galactic Confederation was starting to see that humans had a special talent indeed. And the Morgathi were starting to regret their gift. 3 months into the Kryvax project, Sam made real progress. Each day she spent hours with the creature. She learned its moods by watching its color changes. Dark blue meant curious. Red meant angry. Yellow meant nervous. Green meant hungry. Sam created a schedule. She fed the Kryvax at the same times each day. She played the vibration sounds before each meal. Soon the creature associated the sounds with food. Jack worked on a different part of the puzzle. He studied samples of the air from the Kryvax's home planet, provided reluctantly by the Morgathi. He noticed something important. "Sam, look at this," he said one evening, pointing to his computer screen. "The mineral content on the Kryvax's world is different from Earth. It needs more zinc and copper than our animals do." Sam thought about this. Could that be why it seems so aggressive? It's missing something it needs? They created a new diet for the Kryvax with the right minerals. Within days, the creature's behavior changed. It paced less. It slept more regularly. Its skin showed blue colors more often than red. The alien observers noticed the change. Ambassador Krell made reports every day to the Confederation. The Morgathi representatives came less often now. They did not like what they saw. One morning, Sam made a big decision. "I want to try something new," she told Jack. "What are you thinking?" Jack asked, worried about her safety. "I want to go into the outer area of the enclosure. Not with the Kryvax directly, but with just the clear wall between us." Jack didn't like this idea. "It's too dangerous." "I need to try," Sam insisted. "The Kryvax needs to see me clearly, not just through the thick walls." After much debate, they created a small, protected area inside the main enclosure. Sam could sit there with only the clear wall between her and the Kryvax. Everyone watched nervously as she entered this space for the first time. The Kryvax noticed immediately. It approached the wall, moving slowly. Its skin turned deep blue with swirls of yellow. Curious but nervous. Sam sat quietly. She had brought her vibration device. She played a gentle pattern that she had used before feeding times. The Kryvax recognized it. Its skin settled into a steady blue color. For an hour, Sam just sat there. The Kryvax watched her. Sometimes it moved away, then returned. By the end of the session, it pressed one clawed foot against the clear wall, directly opposite Sam's hand. "It's trying to understand me," she told Jack afterward. "Just as I'm trying to understand it." Word spread through the Galactic Confederation. The human female was making progress with the untamable Kryvax. Many didn't believe it. Some came to see for themselves. One visitor was Dr. Elkin, a scientist from another alien species called the Volari. They looked like tall humans with silver skin and large eyes. "Most impressive," Dr. Elkin said, watching Sam work with the Kryvax. "How did you know this approach would work?" "I didn't," Sam admitted. "But on Earth, we've learned to communicate with many different animals. Whales, gorillas, elephants. They all think differently from humans. We find ways to connect." Dr. Elkin seemed amazed. "In the Confederation, most species avoid predators. We certainly don't try to understand them." After 2 more weeks of daily sessions, Sam made another big request. She wanted to add a small opening in the clear wall, just big enough for the Kryvax to extend one limb through if it chose. "Absolutely not," said General Porter, who oversaw the project for Earth's government. "Too risky." "I agree with the General," Ambassador Krell said. "The Kryvax could harm you." "I don't think it will," Sam argued. "We've built trust. It's time for the next step." Jack supported Sam's request. "If we want to prove humans can tame this creature, we need to take some risks." Finally, they agreed. A small opening, just 1 foot square, was cut into the clear wall. It had a strong door that Sam could open or close from her side. On the day of the test, representatives from 12 alien species came to watch. The room was silent as Sam entered her protected area. The Kryvax approached as usual, its skin deep blue. Sam sat by the wall. She played the vibration patterns that the creature now recognized. Then, slowly, she opened the small door. Everyone held their breath. The Kryvax stared at the opening. It moved closer, examining this new thing. Sam kept perfectly still. After several minutes, the creature extended one limb through the opening. Its clawed foot stopped just inches from Sam's hand. The room was completely silent. Sam slowly raised her hand. With incredible care, She moved it toward the Kryvax's extended limb. The alien observers made sounds of shock and concern. The moment Sam's fingers touched the Kryvax's limb was historic. The creature did not attack. It did not pull away. Its skin rippled with blues and purples, colors Sam had never seen before. "She's touching it," Jack whispered. "And it's letting her." "Ambassador," Krell made a strange clicking sound. "In all recorded history, no one has ever touched a Kryvax without being attacked." The contact lasted only a few seconds before the Kryvax pulled its limb back through the opening. But it was enough. Sam had proven it was possible. That evening, she made a bold suggestion. "I want to name it," she told Jack. "Name the Kryvax? Like a pet?" "Yes," Sam said. "I'm going to call it Bolt, because of those lightning-fast movements and the electric blue color it turns when it's calm." News of the successful contact and the naming spread quickly. The Morgothi were furious. This was not what they had planned. The gift that was meant to embarrass humans was instead showing their unique abilities. Prime Director Zool called an emergency meeting with his advisors. "This cannot continue," he said. "If the humans fully tame the Kryvax, they will gain too much respect in the Confederation." "What should we do?" an advisor asked. Zool's black eyes narrowed. "We must ensure they fail, by any means necessary." Meanwhile, Sam continued her work, unaware of the danger ahead. Each day, her connection with Bolt grew stronger. The Kryvax now changed to blue colors whenever she entered the room. It would extend its limb through the opening without hesitation, allowing her to touch it for longer periods. Jack watched with pride and amazement. Humans were showing the galaxy something new, that with patience and understanding, even the most dangerous creatures could form bonds. "What's your next step?" he asked Sam. She smiled. "Soon I'm going to ask to enter the enclosure with Bolt. No barriers between us." Jack looked worried. "Are you sure that's safe?" "No," Sam admitted. "But I trust Bolt now, and surprisingly, I think Bolt trusts me too." What neither of them knew was that the Morgothi were already putting their plan into action. Sam's next session with the Kryvax would not go as planned. Sam arrived at the facility early the next morning. Something felt wrong as soon as she entered. The lights in the main hallway flickered. A warning alarm beeped softly from somewhere. "Hello?" she called. Usually at least 3 guards watched the entrance. Today no one was there. Sam walked quickly to the control room. Jack sat at the main computer looking worried. "What's happening?" she asked. "Power problems," Jack said. "Started about an hour ago. The backup systems kicked in, but something's not right." A technician worked on an open panel, tools spread around him. Sam didn't recognize him. "Who's that?" she whispered to Jack. "Maintenance guy. The regular technician is sick today." Sam nodded but felt uneasy. She looked at the security screens showing different areas of the facility. One screen showed Bolt's enclosure. The Kryvax paced in circles, its skin flashing between red and yellow, angry and nervous. "Bolt seems upset," she said. Jack checked the monitors. "Temperature in the enclosure is too high. The climate control system is malfunctioning." The maintenance technician closed the panel. "Should work now," he said in a flat voice. He gathered his tools and left without looking at them. Sam watched him go. "Something's not right, Jack. Bolt never acts this agitated unless something's wrong." As if to answer her, alarms suddenly blared throughout the facility. Red lights flashed. On the security screen, they saw the clear wall of Bolt's enclosure. "Slide open." "That's impossible," Jack shouted. "Those doors have triple safety locks." They watched in horror as Bolt hesitated, then moved out of the enclosure into the main facility. "We need to evacuate," Jack said, reaching for the emergency button. Sam grabbed his arm. "No. That will trigger the automatic defense systems. They'll kill Bolt. If we don't, it might kill someone else," Jack argued. "Sam was already moving toward you." "The door. Give me 15 minutes, lock down all exits from the building, but don't trigger the defense systems yet." "Sam, this is crazy." 15 minutes, Jack." She ran down the hallway toward the area where Bolt had escaped. Over the facility speakers, she heard an evacuation order. People would be rushing to the exits. If Bolt encountered them, someone could get hurt. Sam turned a corner and saw two security guards backing away from something. Bolt stood at the other end of the hallway, spines raised, skin bright red. "Don't move," Sam called to the guards. "Don't run." One guard turned, saw her, and shouted, "Dr. Hayes, get back, we'll handle this." "No." Sam stepped forward. "Lower your weapons. I can handle Bolt." The guards looked uncertain, but lowered their weapons slightly. Sam took a deep breath and focused on Bolt. The Kryvax's 4 eyes all fixed on her. Its skin still flashed red, but patches of blue appeared as it recognized her. "Hey, Bolt," she said in the calm voice she always used during their sessions. She reached for the small vibration device she always carried now. Slowly, she activated it, producing the pattern that meant food and safety. Bolt's spines lowered slightly. The red color faded, replaced with swirls of blue and yellow. Curious but nervous. "That's it," Sam said softly. "You remember me. Everything's okay." She took a step forward. The guards tensed, but stayed still. Sam kept walking slowly toward Bolt, the vibration device making gentle pulses. "Dr. Hayes," a voice said over her earpiece. It was Jack. "The alien representatives are here. They can see what's happening on the security feeds." Sam ignored this. She kept her focus on Bolt. "You're just scared, aren't you? Someone changed your environment, made you too hot, made you nervous." Bolt's skin now showed more blue than red. It took a hesitant step toward Sam. In the control room, the alien representatives watched in stunned silence. Ambassador Krell stood beside Jack, mouth open in shock. Representatives from 12 species crowded around the screens. "She will be killed," one alien whispered. "The defense systems must be activated," another insisted. Prime Director Zuul of the Morgothi stood in the back, his face unreadable. Only, Jack noticed the small device in Zuul's hand, similar to a remote control. Back in the hallway, Sam was now just 10 feet from Bolt. The Kryvax made a low rumbling sound. "I know," Sam said. "You're confused. But I'm still your friend." She held out her hand, the way she did during their sessions with the small opening between them. Bolt watched her, all 4 eyes blinking rapidly. Suddenly, the overhead lights flickered violently. A high-pitched noise filled the hallway. Bolt reared up on its back legs, spines fully extended, skin turning bright red again. "No!" Sam shouted. Something was interfering, making Bolt agitated again. In the control room, Jack spotted Zuul pressing something on his hidden device. He lunged forward and knocked it from the Morgothi's hand. "He's doing something to affect the Kryvax." Security guards grabbed Zuul, who hissed in anger. The device on the floor sparked and went dead. In the hallway, the high-pitched noise stopped. Bolt lowered itself, confused. Sam stayed perfectly still, hands still extended. "It's okay now," she said softly. "The bad noise is gone." Slowly, Bolt's skin changed from red to blue. It moved forward one careful step at a time. The guards at the end of the hallway raised their weapons again, but Sam motioned for them to stay back. Bolt was now just inches from Sam's outstretched hand. It extended one limb, hesitated, then gently pressed its clawed foot against her palm. Sam smiled. "That's it. You remember. We're friends." What happened next astonished everyone watching. Bolt moved to Sam's side and stood there, calm and quiet. Its skin turned a steady, peaceful blue. Sam placed her hand on its back between the now flat spines. "Let's go back to your home," she said. "It's safer there." Slowly, she walked beside Bolt down the hallway, back toward the enclosure. The Kryvax moved with her, matching her pace, never leaving her side. In the control room, the aliens watched in complete silence. No species had ever seen anything like this before. "Impossible," one whispered. "She's walking with a Kryvax," another said in awe. When Sam and Bolt reached the enclosure, the creature went inside willingly. Sam checked the systems, fixed the temperature settings, and made sure Bolt had fresh water and food. Only then did she step out and close the clear wall between them. She turned to find Jack and a crowd of alien representatives watching her. "You did it," Jack said, his voice filled with pride. You actually did it. Ambassador Krell stepped forward. In thousands of years of galactic records, no one has ever done what you just did. Sam looked at the aliens, then at the security guards who had stayed back to let her work. Humans understand something important, she said. All living things want connection, even the scariest ones. At the back of the group, Prime Director Zool stood in restraints, his black eyes filled with anger. His plan had failed completely. The Morgathi gift had backfired. Instead of embarrassing humans, he had given them a chance to show their greatest strength to the galaxy. 3 months after the incident with Bolt's escape, Earth had changed. The Krivax project became famous across the planet. Every child knew about Sam and the alien creature she had tamed. Schools taught the story, movies planned to tell it. But the biggest changes happened in the stars. In a large meeting hall at the Galactic Confederation headquarters, representatives from all 18 species gathered. At the center stood Sam, Jack, and several other humans. Beside them, in a special transport container with clear walls, stood Bolt. The Krivax was calm, its skin a peaceful blue. This special session will now begin, announced the Confederation leader, a tall being from a species called the Eldari. We are here to discuss the implications of recent events involving humans and the Krivax. Prime Director Zool sat in a corner with only 2 other Morgathi. His status had fallen greatly since his plot was discovered. The rest of the Confederation now viewed the Morgathi with suspicion. Ambassador Krell spoke first. When humans joined our Confederation, we did not fully understand their unique abilities. The Krivax incident has shown us something remarkable about this species. Screens around the room showed images of Sam working with Bolt. The final image showed her walking beside the creature with no barriers between them. No other species has ever managed to form bonds with predators the way humans do, Krell continued. This skill has implications for many worlds where dangerous species cause problems. Another representative stood, this one from a plant-like species called the Florani. On our colony world, predators similar to your Earth wolves threaten our settlements. Could humans help us? Jack stepped forward. We believe so. Humans have worked with wolf-like animals for thousands of years. We turned wolves into dogs through understanding and selective breeding. More representatives asked questions. Could humans help with aggressive sea creatures on water worlds? Could they assist with flying predators that attacked farming areas? The answer was always yes. Sam raised her hand. If I may speak? The Confederation leader nodded. Humans don't see predators as simply dangerous, Sam explained. We look for the why behind behavior. Bolt wasn't aggressive because of its nature alone. It needed specific minerals in its diet. It communicated through vibrations we couldn't hear at first. Once we understood these things, forming a bond became possible. She walked to Bolt's container and placed her hand against the clear wall. The Krivax immediately pressed its clawed foot to the same spot on the other side. Amazing, whispered many voices. A surprise speaker stood next. It was the Morgathi scientist who had posed as a maintenance worker during the sabotage attempt. Since the incident, he had been helping Earth authorities understand what happened. My people were wrong, he said, which caused gasps from everyone. Morgathi rarely admitted mistakes. We gave the Krivax as a test we believed humans would fail. Instead, they showed us a better way. The meeting continued for hours. By the end, a new program was created, the Interspecies Communication Center. Earth would train people from all Confederation species in the human methods of animal communication and bonding. Jack was named the director of the program. Sam would lead the practical training with Bolt as the first teaching example. As they left the meeting, a Morgathi representative approached Sam. She tensed, but he bowed his head. I bring a request from my world, he said quietly. We have a serious problem. Predators on our home planet are attacking our water processing plants. We have tried to kill them, but they keep coming. Would humans consider helping us? Sam looked at Jack, who smiled. This was exactly what humans did best. We would be happy to help, Sam said. 1 year later, The galaxy had changed in ways no one expected. Humans traveled to 12 different worlds, helping with animal problems that other species couldn't solve. The Interspecies Communication Center had students from every Confederation member. On the Morgathi homeworld, Sam led a team that discovered the attacking predators were actually trying to reach minerals in the water plants. By providing those minerals elsewhere, the attack stopped. Now the Morgathi were learning to live alongside creatures they once feared. Bolt became the star of the training center. The once feared Kryvax now helped demonstrate communication techniques. Sam had even trained it to perform simple tasks, like moving objects or finding hidden items by scent. Jack stood at the window of his office, watching students from across the galaxy practice with Earth animals. Dogs, cats, birds, and even small reptiles helped teach aliens how to connect with other species. Ambassador Krell entered the room carrying a small container. "Director Miller," he said, "I have come to say goodbye. I am returning to my homeworld." Jack turned, surprised. "You're leaving Earth? But your work as ambassador is complete," Krell finished. "I have been replaced by another who will continue. Diplomatic relations. I am starting a new project on my world." He placed the container on Jack's desk and opened it. Inside was a small Earth kitten with orange fur. "This creature will return with me," Krell said. "I wish to understand the bond you have described. I have studied how humans care for these animals, and I would like to experience it myself." Jack smiled. "You'll need food, toys, a litter box, all acquired," Krell said. His large eyes blinked sideways as he looked at the kitten. "It makes a vibration when touched. A purr, I believe you call it." "Yes," Jack said. "That means it's happy." Krell reached into the container with 4 long fingers. The kitten rubbed against his hand and purred louder. "Fascinating," Krell whispered. "I begin to understand." After Krell left with his new pet, Jack went to the training yard where Sam worked with Bolt. The Kryvax now wore a special harness that allowed it to communicate through light patterns. Sam had discovered it was even more intelligent than anyone realized. "How's it going?" Jack asked. Sam grinned. "We've made another breakthrough, watch this." She pressed buttons on a small device. Bolt's skin changed to a pattern of blue and green. It moved to a pile of objects and picked up a red ball, then carried it to a marked circle. "Search and retrieve," Sam explained. "We're training Bolt to find people in collapsed buildings or natural disasters." Jack shook his head in amazement. From feared predator to rescue worker, who would have believed it? "That's what humans do," Sam said, patting Bolt's side. "We see potential where others see danger." Later that night, the Galactic News Network broadcast its daily report. The top story showed humans on a distant world helping locals with a flying predator problem. The reporter's voice carried across billions of homes throughout the Confederation. 1 year after Earth joined the galactic community, humans have revolutionized our understanding of interspecies relations. Their unique ability to form bonds with creatures that other species fear has earned them a special place in the Confederation. The official species profile for humans has been updated with a warning to all. Exercise caution when dealing with humans. They can tame anything, including your political opposition. The screen showed Sam working with Bolt, the once feared Kryvax now helping to find a hidden person in a training exercise. Across the galaxy, the message was clear. Humans had a superpower no one expected, the ability to connect with any living thing no matter how different or dangerous it seemed. And that made them the most valuable species in the Confederation.